What is going on YouTube? It is Essie here and welcome guys to another Road to Greatness video. Now this one's a little bit different. I know that in the last few Road to Greatness I'll be playing basically the league, and yeah, in the last episode we basically done the most we could in the league as we reached Division 1 and we beat Division 1 undefeated. If you haven't checked out the video, I suggest you do. It's a pretty entertaining video where I basically talk about my weekend when I was ill. And yeah, well, you see me beating Division 1 unbeaten, which I was pretty proud about. And yeah, there's some very good goals in this, so yeah, I'll check that out. I'll put a link in the description just to help you guys find it, or obviously it'll be on my channel. Now, going on to this video, like I said, I tried the cup, the gold cup, where you win 2,000 coins at the end of it, and then a gold pack. Now, what I didn't realize is that you only win the gold pack on the first time around, which is pretty disappointing because since I've done this video, I have done it a few more times, and I was like, where's my gold pack? And I only noticed it then that you only win the gold pack on your first time around. So I'm not sure why they've done that, because I know that it's only 4 games, but still, it's different to Division, because in those 4 games you're kind of always under pressure, because when you reach like the semi-final and the final, you're under a lot of pressure, because you know that even if you lose this match, and then it's all over and you have to start again. So I was pretty disappointed to find that they only give 1 gold pack the first time round. I'm not sure why it's only the first time round. Either put it in there or don't. But getting on to this video, this was my first match, and wow, I found this really tough. My opponent, he didn't have the best team. He had a very a decent team. Both teams are basically equal. So it was obviously equal in terms of quality of teams. And in the 90th minute, I sent up my goalkeeper. It just has a touch off the hay, and you can see the Fellani getting a 90th minute goal. And I've seen that occur so many times. For some reason, every single match, like in stoppage time in the 90th minute, someone gets the goal, whether it's the opposition or whether it's myself. I'm not too sure if that's the game. I find it that the play kind of opens up a little bit, I guess, in the 90th minute. But obviously, being the cup, you go on to extra time, and 95th minute, I put in the cross. The goalkeeper gets a glove on it, but Suarez is there just at the right time to head that one in, and you can see there I go up 4-3 at the half time of extra time, and I did hold on for my first victory of the cup, a 4-3 win. A pretty tough win. You can see from the goals. I had a lot of comebacks throughout the match, but I just kept on pushing, and yeah, eventually I got the win. So I was through now to the quarter final of the cup. It came up here against a Barclays Premier League team. A pretty good team, but I had I would say that I had a stronger Barclays Premier League side. But with Ultimate Team, nothing's really even. If you have players like Tarat, Coney. This guy had a lot of pacey players, so I guess it was even in terms of that. But you can see here I do hit back, but the equalizer from Podolski, it's such a sweet left foot. I just cut inside onto his obviously favoured left foot, and when he is on his left foot from those type of angles, there's no stopping him. And he did get that goal then, and you can see the 1-0 going into half time. Second half I kept on pushing, and eventually I did find a good ball there to Hernandez, and again, just a little cut inside. And Hernandez, when he's in those positions, again, there's no stopping him. He's got very good agility, so he does that so quickly, just to cut inside, and then a brilliant shot, a little bit lucky as well, as it did come off the post. And again, I found Hernandez making a brilliant run, and that's another good factor about Hernandez. He makes so many good runs. Obviously, I think he has 90 pace. I'm not too sure, but he has obviously good pace, and just like in real life, he makes those really pickpocket runs just behind the defender, so it opens up for you. And yeah, he did get that goal, 2 goals there, and then Podolski got that goal. So we did win that match 3-1. So next we were on to the semi-final, and again I came up against a Barclays Premier League team, a pretty good team as well. And you can see this guy also had Hernandez, and you can see I did concede in just the second minute of the game. Not the best time to concede, because it does put you down, but as I have done so many times in this tournament, or so many times with this team, I just came back. I just kept on pushing. I just came back. Just 4 minutes later, with again Hernandez, you can see that I was just running in, and what a shot that was. Here's another look at the goal. I think he anticipates me passing it. He didn't really expect me to shoot from there, and you can see there again a little bit fortunate there, just coming off the post, but that was a fantastic goal there. No stopping that from the goalkeeper. And yeah, that was the equaliser, 1-1. And again, Hernandez involved again. He's a goal scoring machine. You can see the 11th minute, so I'd only scored just a few minutes after that. I guess this guy was just under a lot of pressure. And it's just another thing which I've been noticed in Ultimate Team. It's like when someone scores, they always like, after kick-off, there's always like a big opportunity to score again. You can see there, do concede a walk-on in the second half. But like I was saying, like if I score, then the player from the kick-off, you know, he finds it really easy to score. I find in that like really like popular, I guess, in Ultimate Team. But getting back to this video, Hernandez with his hat-trick in the 82nd minute. As you can see, I do get very lucky there with my opponent making a very costly mistake with David Luiz, and when you're in the 82nd minute, those aren't the mistakes you want to be making. So that put me up 3-2, and that is how the match stayed at the end of the game. And as you can see there, we were through to the final after winning that semi-final 4-3. So we were up here against a Bundesliga side, and I normally do struggle against these teams. You can see it wasn't the strongest of teams, but for some reason I always struggle against Bundesliga sides, and I don't get off to the best start here, conceding in the 39th minute against Eswain. And yeah, that is how it finished in the first half, going down 1-0. So I had a lot to do, especially when it was the final. So I was under a lot of pressure, and I do get a very good goal here with Luis Suarez. I wasn't expecting him to do that. You know, I was just outside the box, and I thought, why not have a shot with Suarez? And you can see there, it did have a very good result. A brilliant shot, in fact. No, I think he anticipated me to make that pass to Tiote, but I just took the shot there, near post finish, and bang. That was the equaliser. But unfortunately, 74th minute, my opponent hit back there with Diego on the counter-attack in the 74th minute to take the lead 2-1. And in the 74th minute, you know, I was thinking, oh god, this must be over now, because I was really hurt by that goal. But in the 90th minute, I keep pushing here. Gibbs gets the ball, gives it to Luis Suarez, cuts inside, cuts back out, cuts back, shimmies in, back in and out of the defenders, puts in a cross. Well, his defense parries that away. I gave it out to Gibbs again. A company hits out to Suarez. I put in. Well, he was anticipating me putting in another cross, but I decided not to, and I could just cut inside and boom. Just smashing it into that right corner of the goal. I couldn't even get my words up when I was saying that. Sorry about that, but you can see that it was a very good goal in the 90th minute of the final to make it 2-2. It was a very good feeling, and I think that goal really did hurt my opponent. You know, he didn't really seem the same player. He seemed very pissed off, in fact. And 101st minute, Hernandez doing what he does best, basically just cutting inside, and then that far post mission. 3-2, that put me up, obviously. And again, my opponent was frustrated, like I said, and you can see here, straight from the kickoff, he loses the ball. Gave it to Chamberlain here. Chamberlain, you know, does brilliantly, actually. Well, my opponent, I think, anticipates the pass, and you can see that was a fantastic goal by Chamberlain in the 103rd minute, just 2 minutes after that Hernandez goal. I think my opponent was basically thinking that I was going to pass it to Chamberlain, because Chamberlain obviously isn't the best of players, so I think he was anticipating the pass, but I just took it all away with Chamberlain. That was a fantastic goal by him. And that put me up 4-2, and my opponent, you know, like I said, he was hurt by it, and he just couldn't come back from it, and we did win that match 4-2, which I was very happy about. And you can see that we did win the Gold Cup, which I was very happy about. And as it was our first time, guys, we did have a pack, which you'll see me opening here. And that wraps it up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I do have a Far Cry 3 video coming next. This one was supposed to be a Far Cry 3 video, but I am now able to upload 15 minutes or longer, so expect a very long Far Cry 3 video, which I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.